Hey guys, this is AgentMindStorm, and welcome back to my survival series. Last episode we worked on lots and lots of this landscaping. Just look how good this area looks, guys. It's amazing. It looks so much better, and of course in between episodes I made it even better by adding more bushes, like this one up here I know I added after the episode, and a lot of them I just added afterwards, so it's even more like green, and there's more acacia trees because I planted a few more. But most importantly, I've added another sort of custom biome, and I also have decided something about them. We're gonna call these exotic blank. My custom biomes are all exotic biomes, so this is an exotic plains or exotic savanna or something. I think it's gonna be exotic savanna because that sounds cooler. So we live in an exotic savanna, not a plains biome. I don't know what you mean. I've never heard of a plains biome. And then I've turned the area under our island. So we had that little tree thing by the to-do shack, and originally I was planning on tearing most of that down and just replacing it with more exotic savanna. Instead, I realized I loved how that looked so much, I should turn the area under my island into a custom thing. So I created an exotic forest. It's a mix between mostly acacia trees and a few dark oak trees. There's also lots of flowers everywhere. It's got some double tall grass. It's got some vines, and I just love how this area looks. Look, I even built this special big leaf arch. This area is so much cooler than when it originally started. And now I will say, very quickly, that I may have taken some inspiration from Fortnite. And I know, please don't dislike the video immediately because I said the word Fortnite. But I took some inspiration from what they did with the Dusty Divot place, like with it being super overgrown and with plants. And I kind of translated that into our own special area underneath our island. And also the slime block thing still works. So that's good. So basically, the area under our island is a special area now. It's its own biome. It's an exotic forest. And the to-do shack, also I went and updated it just a tiny bit with, I added the prison mobs and bedrock proofing and landscaping to this sign. And yeah, that's basically all. I could remove Pumpkin Pit from there, actually, and Nether House. Because we finished those. We finished Nether House and Pumpkin Pit. I didn't fully update it, you know? I obviously haven't made this overgrown, but I might. Because today what I want to do, I should probably explain, is I want to make our island look overgrown. Not quite like the exotic forest, but similar to the exotic forest without trees and with way more vines. Because it's just, I think it would look really cool if we turned our island, because we barely go up there anymore, right? So if instead of keeping it like a normal, boring island, we can turn it into its own special area that we don't have to look at all the time. But when we do look at it, it feels special. Like this cool exotic forest, which I just love so much. Oh my gosh. Seriously, this exotic forest has got to be one of the best things I've ever built in survival Minecraft. And we could use the ladder, but I'm going to use the ladder with the elytra to make it just a little faster. Like that. Because this is way faster. There we go. Just look at how easy that was. Other good news. In between episodes, I checked what happens if I convert the world again to Bedrock Edition, and actually, what I figured out happens is it converts almost entirely right. Almost everything converts right now. The only thing that doesn't convert right still is the Ocean Monument. That's still a problem. Then skeleton horses still lose their saddles, and then one weird thing happens with the Nether roof, which is that since we built a portal there in the Breaking Bedrock episode, and then they made it so you can't get up there anymore in Console Edition, and you can't use ender pearls, and you can't use boats, believe me. In between episodes, I spent like an hour trying to figure out how to break the portal. We can't break that portal up there anymore. And on Bedrock Edition, that upward area on top of the Nether doesn't even exist. But blocks that were placed there still exist, but you just can't see them. So when we use the portal over here, it takes me on top of the Nether, even though there's no portal. It's really weird, and I don't know how I would even report it as a bug, because it was mostly from something I did. But look how much cooler this area looks now. This whole area's gone through such a transformation in the last few episodes. It's gonna be amazing. And next we're gonna turn the island. So, since we barely ever come up here, we're gonna be covering it in vines and leaves, and it's going to look like it's been abandoned for a long time, except I want to do something with this stack, but I'll figure that out some other time. So a great place to start would probably be the animal farms. These areas have been really obsolete, Just you know, put some leaves around them, going up and over them, and ooh, these look dead because of the desert. That's a little weird, but it's fine, I guess. And then we also need to put some vines down, because the vines add a lot to the overgrown feeling, and they do grow by themselves, so we don't need to worry too much about it. And the one thing I sort of still use up here is the iron farm, but we're still going to cover it to make it fit with the rest of the world. Also, if you hear a weird noise in the background, I don't know what that is, but it started making noise, so just ignore it, please. And this is what I want our island to look like. I want it to be overgrown. Since we're pretty much moving everything that was ever up here to other places, like, all our farms are at Farm Central. That's its own thing now. All of the, animals, we don't really need animal farms anymore, because we have a world where they can spawn. Maybe we should kill them, but maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should just leave a few, because there's no mobs that spawn on the ground, and I kind of like it that way. Maybe we should just leave them up here, because they're kind of preventing mob spawns and making it much nicer. So let's just add some more vines. We need to make this area look ancient, right? It needs to be super old, and I think this is going to make this whole world a lot better when we no longer have to think about the island, and even when we do come up here, it seems like it's an abandoned thing. We will leave the map wall intact, we will leave the secret room intact, but we might add some more vines, just because, you know, it needs to be overgrown. It can't just be normal anymore. It has to be crazy. And we're all out of, leaves already. But don't worry, I had a plan for this. I had a plan. If we ran out, I was planning that we would fly over to the swamp and tear down some trees, because that's how I've been getting loads of leaves. The swamp right over there, there's not many trees left, but the ones that are left we can easily tear down and get loads of leaves from. Also, I just love that drop and then that launch into the elytra, because it gives us so much speed. Anyways, into our non-overgrown house. And, then we can head to the swamp in the morning. Probably want to break 2 trees or so, just get enough leaves that we can make the island crazy. And then also we might want to make some vines that go all the way down to the ground. It would take a long time for them to grow, and we don't want a repeat of the pillars where they just grow everywhere. But it would be great. By the way, I know I didn't make a video this week, and it wasn't going to be pillars, but it reminded me that I was supposed to make a video this week, and it's mostly because I was completely sick and my voice sounded terrible. And you can still hear it a little bit, but I'm better now. It's fine. I enjoyed the recording, and I would not have enjoyed it that day. It wouldn't have made a good video, and I didn't really have any good ideas. I have a good idea for my video for next week, Tuesday, though. So, believe me, you will be seeing it when it comes out. Now, what do we do with this last few leaves here? Okay, let's just break this tree, break leaf, break log, and, now we got loads more leaves. This should be not quite enough, but it should be a little more. Now we can get one more swamp tree, this guy over here. And also, guys, if you're wondering why I'm destroying these swamp trees with absolutely no regard for how it's gonna look, it's because I want to expand the flatland over here eventually. We got so much dirt from the Ocean Monument and Farm Central that we might be able to cover this entire area with dirt. And I want it to be a giant flatland, because we still never finished that. That was my first ground project ever, and it was mostly to get slime balls. But I can get enough slime balls from it, but now I just want it to go ludicrous size. There's no reason that it shouldn't, and my shears might break. So, that's not good. Now, with all the leaves broken except the tree's not leaves, so I don't know why I said except the tree. But, oh, and you might be hearing the noise again. I am really sorry. I did not realize that was a thing. I'm just gonna go check that. Okay, I don't know what it was, but it stopped. So, it's fine. Also, it's weird that we don't have the swimming animation yet. And then, that's true, we're actually never going to get the swimming animation. But it would be nice. But we're not going to, so why am I even hoping? So, let's get out the cooked pork chops, because I realize that I don't have any food in my hotbar right now, and let's launch back up the island. We're almost halfway through this episode, and we have barely done anything up here, except place some leaves. And, we've already placed lots of leaves last episode. Maybe we'll put some in here. We gotta make sure that we place them in a way that the animals can't escape, though. Like, there we go. Okay, 1, 2, there we go. Now they can't escape, but we can still place leaves. Maybe we'll make it head over to the chicken coop, which, by the way, where are all the chickens? Why are they all stuck in the walls? Oh, what? Why? Okay, I'm just gonna I was gonna say I was gonna kill it, but that doesn't make much sense if I want to keep them. Also, we can't have something like this here. So there we go. The animal pens are very overgrown. This structure here is going to get overgrown soon. And the key that we're trying to do here, that's a little difficult to pull off, is we want it to look crazy and overgrown, but still be functional. We still want to be able to use everything. I just want it to look like it's, you know, destroyed, but not actually be destroyed. This bridge is a good example. I don't know how we're going to really spice up this bridge other than actually getting water bucket, but that does pretty good. We're not going to put any leaves in the Nether Island because that makes no sense. If you think about it, how would leaves exist on the burning island of death? But it kind of looks like they're even dying when I get close there. So probably a good explanation can just be that they can't grow there. But you know what can grow there? Nothing. So the tree farm already is overgrown as heck. I mean, just look at that. It's already crazy. So we're not even going to touch the tree farm. It's already done. We want to chuck these guys everywhere, though. We want this to be the craziest build I've done. It's not really supposed to look like this. I never intended this island to be crazy. But, considering we never use it, I feel like it needs to be something better. And that's what we're doing. It's going to be something better. It's going to be more interesting. It's going to fit the theme of Abandoned Island much more now. And, where's this launcher? There's the launcher, so we just need to make sure not to actually block anything. Birch Blacksmith, though. We should probably put some on the roof. If I could get up there, would be nice. And, need to get the leaves out. Now, just all over the roof. See? Maybe some on the back. Getting leaves to hang off the island is going to be difficult, because I don't know if I really want to do that yet. But even trying would be crazy, because they would have to hang low. But it would be better if they did. I just don't know how I would do it. Now, let's make like a big vine that goes around the iron farm like this. Yeah, I can just extend all the way around. These trees here are fine, actually, and they've already got some vines growing on them from the jungle tree, but let's just add some more, because any more vines can make this look better. Also, that spruce tree has vines on it because they added vine that grow on trees from Bedrock Edition feature. I destroyed all my words there because I was talking way too fast. Let's just put some more leaves vines everywhere. Getting on top of the spawner should still be doable. Just put some vines on this. Actually, wait, no, if I've learned anything from the pillars, we don't want vines on tall structures. So, let's put some on the side bridge here, one back here. See, guys, when I'm working really fast, we can get stuff done. It's just as soon as I stop working hard and fast that we get nothing done ever. And we can also probably chop off some of these here, because I want to put them in other places. So the side of this house can be good, and maybe just one on the back here. Bam. Now, more leaves time. I don't know if we're going to leaf up the inside of structures, but there was never anything inside the iron farm in the first place, so I don't see why not. So let's just make this whole area crazy. Just want the leaves to feel like they have a huge presence in here. They need to really add a lot to the room. Or take away, actually. Either works. Once again, we still want it to be functional, so it's still functional. But, it needs to look crazy. It needs to look overgrown. It needs to look like it hasn't been used in a while, because it hasn't. And, it's gonna need to accept that it's becoming obsolete very fast. With the rate we can just find iron by going mining, there's almost no reason to use the iron farm at all. Except that it's easy, and we don't really have to do much work to get it. And I just fell off the island. Good thing we have an elytra, or else I would really be destroyed. I don't know what to do with this big platform here. We could probably punch some holes in it, because I'm not using it anyway. But, I don't know how I feel about punching holes in something. I've always kind of wanted to keep the island here as a memorial, even if it's going to be crazily overgrown. I still want it to be here. Yeah. So, I don't know what I want to do over there. This area looks really good, though. I love this overgrown look. This area needs some more leaves, though. Maybe around the base of this spruce tree we could have some, because, I don't know. Why not, right? They look overgrown. They are overgrown. And they're spreading. It's like an infection. Maybe we can make this the great void infection. When something from the void has been landing in our world for a long time, it becomes, I don't know, infused with weird energy or something. See, I'm trying to come up with interesting stories for this world, like... Oh, I completely forgot about our villager container. We can definitely put some leaves here. See, this is where the leaves can really help. Because this is just so boring. It's such a bland place to design. I don't know why I built this iron farm, so I literally built a giant wood cube. That's what I built here. It should be better now, but still annoying that I even tried that in the first place. I don't know why. How has it taken me this long to do anything with the island, by the way? I haven't touched this island in a really, really long time. And I just find that insane. I mean, this is like one of the biggest factors of our world ever. This island is the thing that started it all. And I just haven't paid it any attention. And also, this secret room still works. It's really tricky to get the balance right. Ooh, this could be a problem. I'll just leave it there and not put any leaves, because imagine if I burned down everything. That would be funny. No, it wouldn't be funny. Nothing would be funny about that, and we're out of leaves again. So let's just see how it looks for now. I'm thinking our house needs some more work, and the spawner, and really the right side of the island as a whole needs some work, but the farms look really cool. So let's get on the top of the monster spawner. I'm still not sure what I want to do with the end island, but probably, I don't know, not sure yet. As you can see, our island is looking crazy. It's got loads of leaves. We can probably actually trim some from off here, because we can just replant these trees later. Maybe make them even crazier than before. But, wow, look at how easily I can just machine gun mine with this shears. Yeah, I'm destroying these leaves. They had no chance. They're all gonna die. I think I have enough leaves now. Also, it looks really ugly right now, but we're just oh no, I did it again. I think I have enough leaves. This should be plenty to finish off the episode. Of course, I want this episode to be a little longer than normal, just because, you know, why not? Yeah, this whole overgrown look, by the way, I think it's going to be really good. This whole overgrown thing, it's a sort of new idea I've had, but the landscaping down there, how well it turned out, inspired me, and it made me think how I need to do something with the island, right? And the good thing to do with the island is turn it into something new. Turn it into something interesting. So that's exactly what I did. I turned it into a greenery. It's its own area place, basically. It's not even an island as much anymore as anything else. And we should probably put something up on the iron farm, like on top of it, possibly. Because I don't want to screw with the farm. Because that's important. We want the farm to still work. But I want it to look interesting. So now that we have speed, we can probably make this jump really easily. So, I think just putting some leaves like this should be fine. That shouldn't mess anything up, right? Maybe just a few more over here, because we have a little absence on this side. Yeah, just look at this, guys. This is really... It adds so much to the island. Honestly, I can't believe I didn't do this before. I can't believe I've never even thought of this till this week. This is such a cool thing. It makes it all look good. The green. Green is a color we were desperately needing up here. And now that we've got it... Oh, I love this place now. It's good. It looks good. It functions good. It is good. And we destroyed our cobblestone generator up here for some reason. So we can just put a giant mossy thing where the cobblestone generator was. Where... What hit me? Did you guys see that? I think I got shot, but I don't know from where. But that does point out a good thing. It is nighttime. Are they on here? No? I don't know where they are, but whatever. Yeah, it looks like an infection. We need to put some in our house. In our old house, at least. Dima's bed. We gotta still leave it functional, right? Just in case Dima ever joins again. Which, it's kind of sad. It's been over 50 episodes since he was ever in this series. Coughing. That's not good. Can you place on... No, you can't place on paintings. Let's just break this down here. There we go. This room is overgrown. We could use some more vines, but I don't have any right now. They are spreading from there, though. And that looks pretty neat. Let's head up to the tree farm again and see if there's any leaves we left behind, because I guarantee you we did leave some up there. So, yeah. I've been doing barely anything with this island. I think this is honestly a good way to send it off, because it's basically, what I'm doing right now is saying, this island isn't doing anything in our world. It's not contributing to how good it looks. In fact, it's probably taking away from that. So we can take away from the way it looks even more, and then it can go right around the spectrum. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. So, Leaves on the top, though. We want to cover this crafting... No, we don't. We want to leave the legendary crafting table in there. That crafting table is honestly one of my favorite stories, because when I was building the farm in episode 5 out of 100 and... What is this? 112? In episode 5 of this series, I was too lazy to go down again and farm more wood, so instead, I just plopped a crafting table in the ceiling. Because it was the only thing I had left to clog the final hole. And it looks... It's like a funny story now. It's patchwork, basically. Now, I don't know how we're going to get any stuff on the side of this. Maybe just like a block there. That doesn't look good at all. Okay, let's use some wood. Get up there properly. Actually make this area look interesting. Again. So, we want us to be a very cool looking location. And I know I've been repeating these same points throughout this whole episode, so maybe I should just change to something different. Guys, tell me in the comments, what is your favorite episode of this series ever? Because you've got a lot of options, to be honest. But are there any that stick out to you that you remember especially because something cool happened, or you just liked them, or, you know, something to make it stand out? And we're out of leaves again. Maybe I should just end the episode here and then do more overgrowing in between episodes, because, yeah, this episode's pretty long, actually. I think we should just end it here. So, this was a good episode. We have done something very unique that I wasn't ever thinking I would do, because I never thought of it before. But when I thought of it, it's so perfect. Changing this area that we had loved into this to show how much we just don't anymore is great. Look at it. It looks so good. It honestly, we transformed this area. We transformed the ground. We've transformed so much of this world at this point within 2 episodes. It's so good now. It's just a bit... Okay, there's one thing I do want to finish, though, before we end the episode. I want to finish the little area where the cobblestone generator was, and just make it bigger. That's all I want to do. We missed the water. So, I just want to put a few right here, make it even bigger, because this is going to be, like, where the infection spread. Maybe the source of the infection of these leaves is from that island over there. Maybe that's what our in-game lore reason is. The story of our world. The infection spread from the island when we unleashed it, and it actually improved how the world looked. Who would have guessed? Anyways, guys, that is the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I definitely enjoyed this episode. Tell me in the comments if you did, but for now, I do want to tell you all, thanks for watching, and I will see you later.